Morning, y'all. Welcome to the very first Sunday Playbook. I'm Kamari. I'm Corey. Well, that's Corey.
I'm about to
Jimmy's.
say, you both of us?
I told you I'm tired, man. I still got my coffee. But listen, we running out options today. Corey, you go ahead and take over. I'm cooked.
I see. um, I need to share the screen. I need.
I think, here we go. I got you.
All right. So we're going to start our Sunday playbook by going to finviz.com. Um, like a lot of people use a lot of fancy sites. I'm saying you can go to these free sites and do almost exactly what everybody else is doing. Um, I'm the other thing is I'm going to build a bot for our I'm going to build two bots. I'm going to build a day trading bot and a swing slash a long term bot for our options, John. So um, that's definitely coming. That just depends upon how fast I can get it done.
Corey, do me a favor before you jump all the way in this, because a lot of people here are not familiar with this. Some people are like, Kamari, you start to act like them gurus out here. So just give them a little bit of a background of MDC, how this came to be real quick, and then we'll jump right into it.
All right, so myself, Jimmy, um, oh man, it was six of us. So it was me, Jimmy, the passer, uh, Jay Johnson, who was my first options coach, Tone Criddle, who is an options guru who lives all around the world. Not a guru, but he gets things done. And then
He gets at it.
yeah, and then our guy Spoon, who who specializes in long term swings and stuff like that. Um, and we used to do a weekly show every week about the upcoming weekend options and things like that. Um, Nothing crazy. We would do two plays, and we would make one of them the play of the week. Um, and that's what we would do. I've been doing options since 2017, so I got a lot of experience. Um, I generally do long term swings, um, nothing shorter than 90 days on my expirations. Um, so that's really what that's really what I do. But I have done the scalping. It's just it's been so long. I really don't I really don't scalp anymore because I'm teaching. Like I got back into the classroom, and with that, I don't really want to you know, if I'm in the classroom, that's kind of distracting. You know what I mean?
It's hard to do that.
Yeah. So it's just it gets to the point where you know I got to do something that's still gonna make me money and not have to look at it all day. The way I do my options is um, I set my I set my option up um, on either one or two sites. I still use Robinhood because I'm a weirdo, and Robinhood is terrible. Just know that Robinhood is terrible. Um, or Webull. Um, so those are my two most active accounts. I have a TD account um, and all of that stuff, but when TD switched over, I ain't do none of their paperwork. So I gotta go talk to TD before I can get back on there.
It's a pain in the butt.
Yeah. So um, right now I'm on Robinhood and Webull. Um, mostly. Like you can sign up for it's 100 sites to trade from if you want to trade. It all depends on how you like to trade and all of that kind of stuff. With me, I can set a stop loss on any of those sites, and so That's really all I care about, is that I don't lose too much money. The whole thing with options is to build your account so that you can do your long term plays. Options, if you're going to live off of them, you could die off of them. So you got to be very careful with them. It's all about mindset. For me, the mindset is to make money. So that's why I go with the long term swings. Um, and I'll show you, exactly what I'm looking at today. So just a little bit of background into what I'm doing, and then I'll show you on my screen what I'm
Now,
looking at.
now Corey, tell them why I'm here. Because folks like Kamara, you didn't do this.
Um, because we partnered up. I mean, Kamari's our brother, and it's wealthy. It's part of options is a wealth building strategy if you do it correctly. Um, you know, my brother Jim, he he does either scalping, um, or he does what's called covered calls, or and then he does what's called leaps. So there's lots of different option strategies. The one I'm going to be doing is swing plays or leaps. Swing plays are, you know, 90-day expirations or longer. Leaps are generally expiration dates with more than six months on. So that's what you'll generally see me do. Now you might cash out way before that, because if it hits your take profit, you're supposed to get out at the point where it hits your take profit. Um, but for me, I'll set them for long, and then either they'll hit my take profit or my stop loss, and then I'll set another one. I really don't even look at it every day. I really only look at it a couple times a week, and then that's really what I get into. You know what I mean? That's it. So if y'all want to look at my screener, it's on the board, and I'll show you how I set it up. I don't do anything fancy, um, and I'll show you exactly what I do. So So what you're looking at on the screen is my FinViz, which is a free site screener, and I set my screener up to look for large companies, which means over 10 billion in market cap, um, with a lot of volume, and then I set my screener to look for volume coming in and out, because that's what really moves the price of stocks is volume. So I set my relative volume. So what it is, relative volume is volume relative to, it tells you right there the ratio between the current volume and the 3 month average of the intraday adjusted. So basically, whatever they average on a regular day over a 3 month span, if it spikes over that, I want to know. So I set my relative volume over 1.5 times what it normally does, um, and then I want to make sure that if I'm running options, I want to make sure that I can. And so this is what my screen brought me. And so these are the companies that I would look at. And so there's 30 companies on here. And then the thing about Finviz is they get charts, so I could see. If you look on there, it gives you a chart. If I click on that, it'll give me a chart. I
Now,
use it.
Corey, I'm gonna play the proxy for the people in the audience. So I set up my screener, and I got 4 pages. So I think I missed something. I got market cap, large,
All right, hold
10
on.
billion or
Let me
more.
go. Let me go back.
Okay.
Let me go back.
And I
I'm
just
gonna
want to
go
make
back
sure
to
everybody
my
keeps up,
screen.
because all of these are going to be voting sessions, and we're not going to be going back over these a whole lot. So just we're going to take some time today, not a whole lot of time, because Corey got to watch football.
Yeah, I ain't playing with y'all. Not all day. Y'all fun to play with, but not not all day. Uh, so these are the four. So large market cap, large
Okay.
average volume over 2 million, relative volume over 1.5, and make sure they're optionable.
Okay, I got optionable and shortable.
Yeah, we ain't doing that because that's shortable is a whole different thing that I don't feel like doing or teaching any of that, so I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I still got 4 pages, but maybe I'm doing something wrong.
No, maybe
So,
not. So I only got 30. I'll redo it. I'll take them all off. Um,
oh, I see what I did. I didn't have average volume.
no, it's not average volume. It's relative volume.
But your average volume is over 2 million.
Oh yeah, average volume over 2 million. Yes.
Right. So now I got 2 pages. So
Yep, that's
I got
exactly what I have.
28. Yep.
Yeah. So basically what I do, I'm just looking for volume because I want to make sure that people are trading it. And then also I want to see volume spikes, which is why I put relative volume right here. And so relative volume only tells you that the volume is coming in. It don't tell you which way the company is going. So I look over here at the price change to see did it spike it up or down, right? And so what you'll notice is, all right, I'll look at DocuSign. All right, DocuSign um, spiked up. I don't know what's going on with my internet today. Why it's acting so slow? I don't know if it's my internet or my computer, but I am dismayed and disgruntled at the speed at which this joint moving AOL speed. Maybe it's because I got the free version and they just keep trying to like send me ads, so it's slowing down. Like they keep trying to put all the stuff on my screen. Jesus Christ! Come on.
So I do see I got DocuSign up. I do
I'm
see
surprised.
the candle spiked up in a major way.
Yeah.
So do you think that is going to fall back and fill, or
Um. I would. So what I would do is with this, I would actually go to Trade and View, right, and pull up DocuSign and look at the news on DocuSign. So I'm gonna go to Trade and View and pull up DOCU, and then look at the news. And that spike is an earnings spike. So they just had earnings. They had earnings on that was Friday. No, Thursday. They had earnings on Thursday. And so this is they must have said something on earnings that made people absolutely love it. DocuSign was maintained at a buy rating by Citigroup, which raised the price target from the stock up to 113 from a previous target of 87. So um yeah. And so yeah, that's really basically the big banks co-signed it and gave it a higher rating, and then it ran
switch
off
your
like
switch your screen back, Corey? Can't see it.
oh, my fault. All right, is it up now?
Yep.
The screen.
Yep. You good?
What is going on? So this is what using the free version and stuff gets you. I guess they trying to spam me. They want me to buy the what's the name version of. Oh goodness gracious! they want me to buy the paid version. But there's no reason to, because everything I'm looking for is on the free version on the first page. So I didn't even get into all of the fundamental and technical stuff. Like, they have all this other fundamental and technical stuff that you could do. I could look at the EPS growth over the next 5 years and all that. So if I was looking for long-term stocks, I would actually come over here to this fundamental page, and I would click on a lot of these, um, because I need to know, especially like the EPS growth, stuff like that, payout ratio. I want to know, do they have a good payout ratio? Payout ratio is basically how much of the money coming in is getting paid back out, rather than used to build the company. So if it got a high, so you don't want something with a super high payout ratio. So if I was looking at fundamental things, I would probably come over here and hit those, and then I could look at the moving averages if I wanted to, and beta, like how much it moves every day, ATR, which is the average true range. Like, so basically, if I'm looking for volatility, like if I wanted more volatile stocks, I would put average ATR over 2, which means it moves $2 a day, right? If I do that, I would go from 30 to 14, right? Then I would go from 2 pages to 1 page, right? Oh my God, what are you, what are y'all doing? Yeah, so, and then this is what I would get. So these would be the stocks that I would get. And you see, United Health Group fell off a cliff once the CEO got clapped.
Yo,
So a lot of our to the downside.
yep, I'm seeing Dollar General, CME, DocuSign, Robinhood's on there. You just talked about Robinhood, right?
Yeah. So Robinhood is basically moving with the price of Bitcoin.
Right.
So as long as Bitcoin is running off, so will Robinhood.
And just a
Um,
real quick housekeeping thing. I know a lot of y'all or some of y'all are new to this. If you are not familiar with the terminology, make sure you take an account of that, write them down, and then either send me or Corey a message afterwards, and we'll figure out something else. Make sure you get in behind the paywall on Patreon, because there are some classes behind there, and we'll also do another session just to answer questions. Go ahead, Corey.
yeah. So Robinhood is a stock that follows the Bitcoin and crypto markets, because you know it's considered one of those capital markets joints. So right now, I can see the industry where it's in here, what country is in, and then the volume that it has right here, the volume that it got. Um,
All right, so you got one joint, Credo Technologies. It's in the Cayman Islands. Would you want to
yeah, I
trade
wouldn't
that?
even, I wouldn't bother with this. I
Because
wouldn't.
there is a filter for country too, right?
It is, but I'm not bothering with that. So I personally wouldn't bother with that, um, just because there's so many other semiconductor companies out there that I could trade, and I don't have to worry about. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, no, I'm not messing with that. But I would probably mess with like something like Pepsi or Uber or United Health. Like, for me, um, so all right, let's switch over. So these is probably something I would like. These would probably be the 14 companies that I would look at off of here. And you're like, looking at 14 companies. Why would you look at 14 companies? Well, if I put them on, like me, I could do it in 14 companies probably in like a half an hour. So it would only take about a half an hour out of my day to look at them.
This is not a get rich quick, y'all, thing. You have to do work, y'all.
No, yeah, you definitely do. So I would plot these. I would put these on my trading view. In my trading view, under my settings and trading view, and see which one of these I would take as a long term trade. Um, I would probably go with what I'm familiar with. So I probably see like, all right. So for me, let's do this. I'm gonna go to um, trading view and then pull up my screen on the Zoom. All right, I'm gonna share my screen. So I'm gonna pull up the trading view, right? So what I would do is I would take those companies like something like DocuSign, right? That's how I knew. So when I was saying all of that stuff, I just literally just clicked on here, clicked on the earnings. They got a surprise revenue upgrade, and then I clicked on here. It told me that Citigroup boosted the price.
Corey, share your screen.
I thought I shared it already.
You took it down.
Okay, you got to share it. Uh, so yeah, I looked on my trading view. I saw that the earnings was here. All right, they got great revenue reported. They got surprise earnings going upward. And then I clicked on this right here, and that's how I figured out, all of the stuff. I'm not like savant or nothing. All I did was literally just go on my trading view and look at it. Not no guru or no savant. I just take the information that's given to me. And so what I would do is I would go back to my screener and like it just go through. So like Robinhood, right? So I would just go here and type in hood. All right, and just look at hood and see if I would like to trade it on a long term swing. It seems to be trending upward.
Now, Corey, your settings are you're looking at daily charts, right?
Right, this right here is the daily chart, right? But if I wanted
Okay.
to, I could look at a weekly chart. It's trending up on a weekly chart. It's running off crazy on a weekly chart. Or if I wanted to trade it on a shorter time frame, I could go to the 4 hour chart, which basically gives you two candles a day. Or I could go to the 1 hour chart, which is more of an intraday trading. Um, candle.
But you're not doing any of that. Everything you're looking at is more long term.
Yeah, more long term.
At least you're holding, I'm guessing, on average, because everything's
My
subject
average
to change,
trade
y'all.
lasts 9 days. So
Okay.
either I make my money or lose my money in 9 days. That's the longest, that's the average. Sometimes it's longer than that, sometimes it's shorter than that. But basically, I'll look at a 4 hour chart um, and see which way it's trending. Right. And so what I saw is a spike here. And from this spike here, it's just been off and running. And basically, this is basically following the path of Bitcoin. Right. So if I was to take another stock off that screener, let's go to the one you were just talking about, CRDO. Right. I would just type CRDO. and see what they've been doing. They just had earnings and they popped off on earnings. And let's see what news they got going on. Headlines. And see, I would just go look at the headlines and see what's going on. Goldman Sachs maintained it at a buy. See, so I could see what caused that spike, which is earnings 2 days ago, 3 days ago. All right. So I would just, type the names of the, and I would just go through his like Pepsi. All right. Let's see Pepsi, PEP, which is something I already look at. It got volume coming in, but it's trending downward. Right. So for me, I would take is put a line right there.
You drawing a trend line?
No, I'm just drawing draw a horizontal line. Yeah, basically. So basically, I want to see what happens when they get back down to this point.
And so I'm guessing you're looking for it to bounce, crash through.
I'm not looking for it to do anything. I'm gonna do whatever it do. So if
No, that's not what I mean. What I mean is like you're looking to see if it goes down through the line, you're going to do
if
one
it
thing.
goes through the line, then
Right.
I'll take a position. I'll take a short position.
If you see it bounce
Then I'm
off the
gonna take a
line,
long. Then I'm gonna
gotcha.
take a long. Then I'm gonna take a long position.
And Corey, I'm asking these questions because I know these are the things people are thinking about.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna do anything. I'm gonna let the stock tell me what to do. I'm not making any like I'm not guessing at anything. Pepsi is a good company, so with a good long term history, and so when it as you can see, it spiked all the way up to 175, 177 was the high. That was in October, and it's been trending downward ever since. So Pepsi been taking a dump since October 24th to be exact. And so we in this downward trend, and I want to see if if this downward trend is going to continue. My, my again, my entry point would probably be below this, which is 155.85. So that would probably be, if I was to enter, that would be where I would enter. But I wouldn't get involved in it before that. Either way, going up or down. Excuse me. So yeah, I just take the companies and put them in here. Like for me, what I've been trading. All right. I had these riot calls since they was back here. Matter of fact, I got mine in. I got the riot calls in April. So basically, I'm gonna go on my daily chart. No, I gotta go on my weekly chart. 1 week chart, right? And you see, I got my trend lines drawn on here. And so back in April when I got them, I got them here. They was under my trend line, so I bought here at $10. They sold off here because it hit my trend line. Then because I put my trend lines did to as a buy and sell, you know, um, order thing, and I just literally, it dropped. It got below my thing, so I probably got back in here in October and brought it back up here. Dropped below my trend line, so I got in back in, after earnings here, and then I'm gonna ride it until it hit the trend line back up here again. I'm just holding it. I don't do anything crazy. I put 6 months to a year on each one of these trades, and then I collect the money from it, and then I restart the trade. And as you can see, this is a weekly chart. So this took from here when I bought it in April to when it cashed out. It ain't cash out till July. I don't care though. So that trade took 2 months, but I'm willing to wait it out because I know what's going to happen. And then I set my, I bought in here. I set my stop loss at the bottom right here. I would set my stop loss somewhere around here at the last point where it goes out. So that's where I would lose money. And that's it. Once I put my trade in, I don't even look at it no more. But that's just me. Most people like they like the thrill of it. I'm too I'm too long in the game to like the thrill. I'm off of that, and 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 a very very bad like the thrill of the game. Yeah, I'm good on that. I don't need the thrill of the game anymore. I need to make money. I'd rather be profitable than excited. I don't care about excitement. I care about profits. So that's just one example. Another company that I trade often is Caterpillar. These are way more expensive, but so what I do with Caterpillar is they're a seasonal company, and then I looked at their seasonal chart.
Jeez, I'm looking at the option chain for Caterpillar. These joints are expensive.
I just said they way more expensive,
I
man.
know. I'm just looking.
So I buy on a day where it goes down. So probably like seasonally between April and October is when they get their biggest boost. So I bought back here. As you can see, it fell down, and then it got down here for earnings, and then it spiked all the way to $418. So I made my money. I ain't even put no stop loss on that one
Now, why
because
didn't you? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
it's a seasonal play. So I took basically what happens is over a 6 month span, Caterpillar normally goes up during that season from April to October. So let's go back to October.
Corey, real quick, and I knew somebody was going to ask this. Did you ask for those Bollinger Bands?
Yes. Well, these are Keltner bands. These are very similar to Bollinger bands.
Correct.
Um, but yeah, so basically, if you look at it where it was in April, let me close it down so you can see. It spiked, right? It got up to What's this? 375. It comes down here into April. It's at 340, 330. And this is where you get in into April, May, and then you just ride it up here to October. All right. So you ride it from 330, 340, wherever you get it at. Get back here in April, into April, and you just ride it up to 400, where it was at, where we cashed out at, and you just get your money because it's a seasonal play. You see what I'm saying? So that's a season where they make a lot of money. So I make that play every season. And you know who's great at this? The passive. He has a book of seasonal plays where he just plays the seasons and he just puts his money in and just lets it do whatever it does. And so like 85, 90% of the time over that season, unless the market crashes, it'll just go ahead and make the money for you. So I wasn't worried about the money at all in the slightest.
Now, real quick, everybody, this is for educational entertainment purposes only. Trade at your own risk.
Yes.
Please do not spend your rent money, your bill money, your food money on this. Take time and get educated. Make sure you understand the basics, and then you can go from there. But remember, this is for educational and entertainment purposes only.
There's
only entertainment.
Yeah, it's only entertainment. Yeah, so there's risk involved, but I didn't feel there was any risk involved because I know the trend. You know what I mean? So there was no risk involved for me. Most people wouldn't have been able to hold through the ups and downs, the bumps and bruises of it. And I understand that because they knew. But for me, there was I didn't feel any pressure. Like even when it was down, like when it was down here, I was like, dang, I didn't get my money.
You knew it was going to bounce back.
I knew it was going to bounce back.
It's funny. Blade, I'm a big Blade fan. I'm a big Wesley Snipes fan, right? So in the movie Blade, he says, when you understand the nature of a thing, you'll never be surprised by the thing. So when you understand the nature of these movements and like you're living it, it doesn't really shock you. Now you might have something, weird one day, but for the most part, Corey's been following this for a long time. So you understand how it moves.
Yeah, so there was no surprise to me that it was, the fluctuation in it. And then the thing is, I bought the contract out to January of this year. So I bought it in April and the contract was all the way out to January. So because, there's time decay on options contracts.
What's time delay?
Time decay is the closer it gets to the expiration date, the less it's worth because if it expires, it'll expire worthless because you got to give it back. Because basically with options, you're borrowing someone's shares. And the closer you are to the expiration date, the value of the shares goes down.
And then you'll also see a lot of erratic behavior sometimes as you get closer to the end of expiration, right?
Yes. So this is why a lot of people will use that to their advantage, though. They'll play
volatility
in short-term things. I don't have time for that. That is a very profitable strategy. I just don't have the time to do it, which is why I'm gonna build a bot to do it for me. And not just for me, but for us. So that's coming. That'll be there. So if you behind the paywall, like I said, it's just about how long it's going to take me to build it or get someone to build it. And that's basically it. You know what I mean? Like I'm going to build a volatility bot, and I'm going to build a long-term swing execution bot that'll look into the market, probably use some of the same stuff that I was just talking about with the trading view, and then give you an execution strategy to use it. And then we'll also do this every week. So our Sunday playbook, just to look at them ourselves, because you want to be able to do it yourself. You don't want to be dependent upon someone else.
Nobody. So remember, this is all about dependence, y'all. Excuse me,
Independence.
independence, right? Listen, it's cool for us to talk about it. This is our part of building community. The reason why I'm doing this is to build community. I don't really want to be dependent on, I don't want y'all dependent on me to make y'all money. Y'all got to be able to do that on your own. However, I'm willing to help.
For
And
sure.
so, like Corey said, you shouldn't be dependent on us. Like it's like every day you got to eat. You're not going to wait for us to eat. Don't wait for us to make money.
When you get up in the morning, you ain't gonna depend on us to get, to bring you your toothbrush and brush your teeth. You ain't gonna depend on us to
wash your ass.
Yeah, this is the same thing, right? You need help. You might need help, but you don't need. Like for me, like I said, the screener makes it easy for me. Like basically, that's AI. That screener is AI, and I just use that screener to to point me in a direction wherever I want to go. And then there's other AIs that I use, but those are paid, and I would never put y'all on to paid AI. I wouldn't do that to y'all because that's you know
Corey, you want to know a little secret about me?
what
I don't think you know this.
what
I used to build screeners. I wouldn't call them bots, but when I was working professional and I was an investment manager, I was doing relatively the same thing, and it worked. I meant to bring out some of my old stuff and share it with you.
yeah.
Again, I don't believe in relying on the bots or any of the screeners solely. They're an aid. Corey, I don't know how you feel about it.
No, they like I said, they point me in a direction, and then I
Right.
then I make a decision based on that direction. Now, you know, if you build it right, your bot will be right 70 to 80% of the time.
But yo, that 30% is a mother.
Well, that's why you're building your stop losses. Because when it's not right, you want to get paid. You don't want to lose money. And when it is right, you want to get paid the full amount. So the thing about trading is you can be wrong 7 out of 10 times and still be profitable. You
Well,
can be wrong.
but the reason why I bring up the mother is because people want to get lazy. They just want to rely on the bots. Just look at that, not doing the other work that you're doing now. You got to go through it. You got to look at them. You can't just sit on your laurels. That's the only reason why I said that.
I mean, you can, and then then you're at the whim of whatever. Like some people don't mind being at the mercy of someone else, and I don't got nothing against those people. I just can't be that person. I really don't have anything against those people. You know what I mean? Because they're busy, they got families, but I'm not that person. I
It's
would
not
I
about
would
having anything against them. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that for us, for
no, that's not
right,
what we do.
right. That's all I'm saying. I want you to be able to stand on your own.
Yeah.
That's all.
Because my thing is I want you to be able to do it, and then I want you to be able to teach it, and then for somebody else that you know to be able to do it and then teach it. And, you know what I mean? And then we have a community full of people that can do it and teach it. And we've helped a lot of people learn how to do this and taught them how to get busy. Some of your favorites came through what we did. You know what I mean? Some of your favorite people on your Facebook people came through one of our academies and learned how to do this, and then they took off on their own. I don't have. I promise you, I'm happy because my thing is that means they took it, they internalized it, they learned it, and then they built a business off of it. I'm good on that. I
Because we
love
really
it.
do believe in each one reach one, each one teach one.
Yeah, I'm actually proud of them. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people would be they y'all fighting for the same. I'm not fighting for nothing. That's the difference between me and most people. I will not fight for 1 second about somebody's money because people gonna spend their money on whatever they want to spend it on. So it's no fight. It's really about um, making sure that whoever our customer, consumer, person that we're working with, our partners um, are able to eat. Like, it's about profitability, right? Because the thing about building wealth is about being profitable, right? And so what I'm trying to do is show you profitable strategies to make your money. And so I'm not going, I'm not getting people involved in stuff that's not going to be profitable, and then not have them understand why they're not profitable, right? Because the thing is, I can't make you profitable and not profitable. It's about mindset. Because I'm gonna give you the basics, and then it's going to be about your mindset.
You got to do the work.
Yeah, I'm telling you, trading is 90% mindset because you're going to be right more than you're wrong. But the thing is, what are
The
you going
wrongs hurt so much.
the wrong can hurt you so bad if you let it zero out. You can't let your trade zero out. That's what you can't do. You can't let your trade zero out. You
Now,
got
Corey,
go
oh, go
ahead.
ahead, Corey. No, I was going to say we got a couple questions, but go ahead, finish. I want you to finish that point, though.
Yeah, you can't. You The thing about it is, I was just saying this earlier. You could be wrong 70% of the time and be profitable if you build in stop losses, right? So on the 30% of the times that you're right, if you make 50%, but 50% is high. Let's just say 20%. If you make 20% on the times you're wrong and only lose 5% on the times that you lose, you you have to lose 4 times for every one time you're right. You see what I'm saying? If you're using generally the same amount of money on every trade. So let's just say you take $1,000 and you have 4 losses at 5%. You lose $50 on all of them, and you got one trade that you hit at 20%. You made $1,200, and you would have lost 4 trades and only lost $200. You see what I'm saying? So it's about profitability. So that means you got a 4-to-1 ratio. You could be wrong 80% of the time. You only got to be right 20% of the time to be profitable. More, a little bit more than 20% of the time to be profitable. So it's all about really, trade management.
It's all about trade and risk management.
Yeah, it's about risk management.
Now,
So
Corey,
go ahead.
there's a
Go
couple questions they got.
Uh-huh.
Does Corey use the MACD all the time for entries long or short? And then Jig asked another one. Now, Jig also said we'll do a separate day and answer a whole bunch of questions because I know, Corey, you still want to go through your list, right?
Yeah. So what MACD for entries and what ATR and volumes does Corey prefer for his swings? So um
Average true range.
ATR was 2. I just put that ATR on my screener. If you look at my fin screen, is the average true range right here is 2.
Hold on. I got to put it back up. Corey, explain to the people what ATR is, though.
So the ATR, the average true range, is the measure of a stock's volatility, right? So what it does is it says over the average of 14 days, how much does this stock move per day in dollars? So basically, an ATR of 2 means that it moves $2 a day, either up or down on average. So an ATR 2 could be good or bad, right? So ATR is relative, right? So a company with an ATR of 2 that has $100 stock price, the stock price moves between basically 98 and 102 every day, right? But if you got a company that has a $38 price range, and it moves $2, the difference between that is it's way more volatile because it's the percentage of 30 is higher. You see what I'm saying? So let's just say 50. Let's just go 100 and do 50. The ATR of 2 on $100 stock from 90 to 98 to 102, right? So that stock moves $2 to $4 a day, right? And that's not bad. That's not bad volatility. But if I do it on a $50 stock, if it moves between 48 and 52, that means it's double as volatile because the stock price is half. So it means that has actually double the volatility of that $100 stock. So the ATR is the same, but the volatility is different because of the price of the stock. So the price of the stock is also figured into the ATR, right? So ATR is not measuring the price of the stock; it's only measuring how much it moves up and down. But the volatility, the actual volatility of the stock, actually, I can show you that. Why am I tripping? Let's go back to my display. I can show you that, right? Do they have that on here anymore? Do they have the ATR?
On what, Finviz?
No, they don't have it on Finviz no more. Not on the free version. Yeah, because I was looking on Finviz. They have ATR, but they used to have a joint on here that would show you the never mind. Yeah, they don't have it on here anymore.
But you can find it on TradingView.
Yeah, you can find it on TradingView, but they used to tell you like it used to have a percentage joint or a percentage of ATR. So it would have it had a thing, literally a volatility. It had a volatility number, like what percentage did it move each day compared to its price. But they don't have that on here anymore, which I used to love. But they took it off. Sadness. Yeah, but so because they used to have a volatility mark on here as compared to price. So, but they took it off of here, which I don't understand because that was my favorite. That was one of my favorite drinks. But anyway, I digress. So yeah, so options. The main thing with options is you're better off. You don't worry. You gotta not worry about losses. What you have to do is control them. Because you could be wrong, like I just said in that example that I was just saying, 80% of the time and still be profitable. Because this is all about profits. It's not about being right and wrong. It's about being profitable. And so what you want to do is set up a profitable system. Lose small, win bigger. And that's really all you need to do. That's really all it's about, setting up a profitable system. And that's what we're going to try to help you do. So I don't really got much more.
Corey, do me a favor. Look at SoFi for me.
SoFi?
Yep.
On this chart?
Yep.
Okay. SoFi.
My homie loves SoFi.
I ain't mad at him. SoFi was.
He made a boatload of money off of SoFi.
Yeah, so it was a middling stock. Look at how from March of 24 all the way to here, it ranged between $5 and $7, like $5 and $8, and now from August to now, it doubled in price. So yeah, this is look at that on the daily chart. Look at that. That's a nice upward swing. My entries. So what I would do, I would use a different chart for entries. So I would go to. Let me go to my other charts.
You know what? I need to look and see if there what the option chain looks like for SoFi.
Yeah. So I would probably use. Let me take these indicators. I got the free version of this, so my indicators probably look. All right. I have like a buy sell indicator joint, so I would put SoFi here. All right. So my buy indicator for SoFi happened in July on the daily chart. And it's basically from that point on, it never told me to sell, so I probably wouldn't. I have a sell and buy sell indicator joint. So on the daily chart. So I probably would have just bought it and held it. Let's see, for Pepsi. Oops. PEP. Yep. I got a sell indicator here, and
It trended down.
it trended down. So, you know what I mean? Actually, it spiked after my sell indicator for a few days. But then it went to hell. So
And
yeah,
I'm guessing your indicator is based off lower lows for the sell and higher highs for the buy.
yeah, yeah. I had this indicator for so long. I don't remember how I set it up. I had this indicator for like 4 years.
No, but I can kind of see it, right? Because it's all the stuff's kind of the same.
Yeah,
And so after you have a series of prices that are lower lows, it's like, oh, this sucker's toast. The thrill is gone.
yeah. So when I'm ready to buy or sell, I'll go here, and actually I'll go to my 4-hour chart.
That's for your trigger.
Yeah, to buy or sell. So I would go here to this chart here, and then so let me go back to that stock screen there and put it in.
Well, hold on, Corey. I want to do something real quick. Look at
Uh-huh.
this real quick. So Jigga says, I remember back in 2021, Corey was speaking gibberish when explaining certain things on FinViz. I scalp nowadays on the 1 minute at the open, but y'all surely put my training wheels on. Great attitude. Gratitude. So there's some accolades for our brother Corey right there. So this isn't something we're just doing like off the whim. Kind of been doing this. Not kind of been doing it. How'd that make you feel, Core?
I mean, I grown.
No. But he grew, right? So
Yeah.
that's not saying gibberish isn't necessarily an indictment on you. I mean, the language is the language.
Yeah.
He learned it. He took it. He applies it now.
Yeah. I mean, because like that 1 minute chart. I mean, we call those people the deplorables because them people they got all day. You know what I mean? Because you on that 1 minute chart, you gonna get your money or you gonna lose your money. Like it ain't
Real quick.
ain't no playing around with that. Like them 1 minute charts, to be honest, I could put this on a 1 minute chart and I could put this on minutes. I could put this on a 1 minute chart. All right, I would have to make it bigger. I gotta make it way bigger. I can put anything on a 1 minute chart and it'll tell me to buy and sell. I could do that still on this chart. Like this is my entries chart. So if I wanted to trade, you know,
Now you look at that Pepsi, right? And we're talking about options, right?
yeah.
So at this point, we're in a downward trend. I'm assuming you would say puts.
I would when it give me my sell signal, I'm
You would get puts.
buying puts.
Okay. So Pepsi right now is trading at 157.79. And I'm just going out the options
Yeah,
chain.
this is a 1 minute chart though, so this is not something like I said. If I'm sitting at home, I could trade on this chart. You know what I mean? Like,
But no, I just want to give them something
yeah,
real, right? So right now I'm looking at and I mean, we'll do another class for this, but if we were to buy Pepsi, the expiration date is a December. And what is the expiration date?
so if I was to buy Pepsi, my expiration date would be all the way in March.
Let me go back to the chain then.
My expiration date would be in March.
I'm just trying to find one real quick.
So it's trading at 157. I would probably buy the March one probably the 150s. But let me look at a weekly chart. So if I was let me put this on a weekly chart, right?
So the March 21st.
Yeah, I would probably buy March monthly. All right, let me put that's the 1 hour chart. Go to
All right, so that one is $65.49. So Corey, just real quick, can you explain to folks what it takes to buy a contract?
so it's how many?
It's hold on, I'll share the screen real quick. Hold on, give me 1 second. It's $65.49.
So it's six. Is they say 650 or 6.5? Yeah, let me share. Let me see your screen.
Yeah, what's up now? I just picked it, and I didn't. There's no rationale behind it. I just picked that one in March. I just want people to understand what it takes.
So that's the closing, the range. That's the go down. That's not the options chart.
It was. Hold on. I clicked into it. Hold on. So I just pulled the chain. And I just pulled the March 21st. That's all.
So that's calls puts.
You want? Good point.
So I'm looking at 150s.
150s. Boom.
So that would probably cost you about $300.
Because it takes 100 contracts, right?
Yeah, 100
At $3.
contracts. Yeah, at $3 a pop. So that one probably cost you $300 to get into. And then I would probably set my stop loss at like 20 or 30, 40%. And my not my stop loss. My stop loss I would probably set at 20%, and my gain, my profit, I would probably set at 30%.
Okay.
And then I would buy the contract, set my profit and stop loss, and then move on to the next contract. I would never even look at it again.
Jigga said he's in and out by 9:35 a.m. every morning. SPY, Apple, Nvidia.
I love it, bro. I love it.
Jigga has his universe set. That's all he's trading. He's going. I don't know what his prep is, but from
You
9
gotta have
a.m.
prep. If you coming in at 9:30 and you done by 9:35, you've prepped.
Yep.
You've done your work. You've done the work. You can't do that without doing the work. Not be profitable. I admire people like that.
The discipline.
Yeah, you gotta, because my thing is that's a mindset thing, right? I could do that, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to spend I don't even want to spend 5 minutes looking at it. Like the I'm gonna do my setup. I'm gonna let it play out, and I'm not gonna look at it again until probably Wednesday when I'm looking for something else to get into or to see if if it went against me or for me. You know, I don't I don't got time to every day. I'm not in the I'm gonna tell you, I'm not in the market every day. I look at the market every day, but I'm not trading every day. I don't trade every day. I might trade once or twice a week. He's in the market every day and out by 9:35. Like I said, there's a lot of ways to trade options. I'm in the market a couple days a week. I might make one trade a week, maybe a couple. That's if my other trades. If something when I look back and I see something triggered and either I made my money or I lost my money, then I'll set a new trade. I'll go through my list and I'll set a new trade up. You know what I mean? Like I don't even get involved in the day-to-day rigmarole like Jigga do. But I know people who do, like him, Chaz. Like I said, Jim do some scalping. I don't have time for that. I just don't have time. You know what I mean? And really, I really don't even be wanting to trade most of the time. I'm gonna keep it a thigh while, right? Because I'm using the trade money. Literally, when my account hit a certain amount, I take out money and then I put it into my long-term holds. So I don't even like. So no matter how much money I make in options, I can't lose but so much because I take it and I make the money in the options. I take it and I put it um, into the long term portfolio. So you know, I'm not spending a lot of time on and my portfolio got three. My portfolio got three what's the names in it. Got three things in it. It has QQQM, which is
3M.
like like so that's like a high volatility joint, but it's based off the QQQ. It has SOXL, which is also three times volatility, but that's off of semiconductors, and then it has VU. Well, not VU. I got what's the other one?
SPY, VU, VTI.
No, it's SPY. So it's SPY. So I have SPY, SOXL, and then I have the QQQM. That's it.
Oh, QQQM. All right, I thought you were talking. Man, I was wrong when I said M. I said 3M. M is Macy's, so I was wrong with that.
Yeah, so that's it though. Like, so I got the two, semiconductors aren't going anywhere because we're in a computer age. So I wanted big exposure to that. I wanted the exposure to the QQQ because I want all of the technology. I want the technology exposure separate from my SPY, and then I got um then I have SPY, and that's it. Like that's my whole portfolio in a wrap. Like I
Okay.
don't have 50 companies in my portfolio. I don't have time to be tracking all that. Again, I want to be on some lazy investor John.
All right, so I know we got limited time. The Eagles play at 1 p.m. Corey said to me he wants to watch football today. This is his only day.
No, I didn't say I want to watch football. I said I am watching football.
Okay, now we're doing semantics. Okay, fine, fine. You got the preface. Corey, we got to finish up. So, Corey, do you have any trades or any picks for this week?
Let me look at this screen real quick. See if I like anything.
While you're looking for that, Jigga says, trust me, it's mentally straining at times. I plan on swinging when my bread is up for it. So I'm back under the learning tree at Corey's camp.
Yeah, so ooh.
Okay, I see Shelby's here. All right, Shelby, you still rocking, okay.
I'm just gonna put all of these joints into my
Trading View.
Yeah. Oh man, we missed the entry on this. Dang, look at the entry on that. Jesus.
Let me add that back to the stage. All right, what are we looking at, Corey?
I'm just looking at the entries. Man, I missed the entry on this joint.
I mean, what
Jesus.
stock is it?
The APP joint. I'm just going through that list of off my screener and see if I like anything. CME is that's a Chipotle.
CME is Chicago Mercantile, isn't it?
Oh yeah, Mercantile Association.
Yeah.
Oh,
Chipotle is
hold up.
it's funny. After you look at stock tickers for a while, you know them, but then you can also mess with them. Chipotle is CMG. So
CMG.
it's off by one letter.
Yeah, because I was like, hold on, ain't that Chipotle? Um, yeah, I'm not seeing anything off this screener that I like. Let's see, everything ran off. Let's see UNH.
And if y'all trade, what are y'all looking at? Go ahead and throw it in the chat.
Ooh,
Options.
ooh,
What's that? UNH. That's United
yeah,
Healthcare, right?
yeah.
Yo, the slander my man is undertaking is crazy. All right, Corey, I think that's somebody for you. What's up, wrong? You said first time seeing the channel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Make sure you subscribe.
Kava. Um, let's look at Kava.
Go.
Ooh, it's in the up channel. And the buy signal was all the way back here. Dang. And then you said CMG for Chipotle. These all of these is took off. I probably wouldn't get anything off of this list. Let me go. Let me just look at my regular list. Let me just look at my regular list and see if there's anything that I would. Yes, the U.S. dollar. Gold. Actually, gold looks like it's in a sell pattern. But when it level off like this, that means when my
Starting
line,
to consolidate. Yeah.
yeah, it's starting to consolidate to move back toward the other direction. So QQQ.
Now you just pulled the euro. The euro looks like it just bounced off of one of your trend lines.
So
That would be interesting.
so basically, the euro is basically the opposite of the dollar. So whatever
Yep.
the dollar's doing, the euro's doing the opposite. So the dollar's trending up. So the euro looks like it's going to go the other way.
But you just got a buy signal.
The buy signal was back here.
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
So um, see if anything is. I don't see anything that I would get involved in right now. Like I'm not. I don't be hungry for trades. I wait. Ooh, Google looked like it's actually about to hit that buy. It consolidated, and we got the turn going back up. So I would look at Google actually as an entry. I would look at Google calls. Um, I would get some. I would get some Google calls. Looking at my chart, even though I didn't get my buy, I got consolidation and I got some movement going upward. So I would look at Google. Um, I would probably look at Google March 180s. 180s. Yeah, I would probably look at the March 180s for this. You can look at the price for that.
I'm looking it up right now.
Just missed the Amazon buy signal. So Tesla, Netflix.
Damn, them joints just ramped up.
How much are they?
There we go. Right there.
I can't see.
Oh, $9.46. So we're looking at a grade.
That's $1,000. That's the normal size of my trees, about $1,000. So I put it. That's the normal size of my trees. That doesn't have to be the normal size of your trees. But I try when I do a tree to spend around $1,000 per tree, so I know what my percentages are. My wins and losses.
All right, so is Google your call for this week, Corey?
Yeah, I would go Google calls.
Okay.
March Google calls.
And then as we keep going, y'all, we'll get back to how y'all used to do the Sunday class previously. So everybody will have calls. Jimmy should be back next week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Going off my entries chart. Target also. I would look at Target calls also. Target March calls. Because Target fell off a cliff, and now you see my red line is consolidating and is hitting that consolidation.
You follow Target a lot, don't you? I remember you talking about Target before.
Yeah, I do. I mean, I follow the big companies because my thing is they're not going out of business. Target ain't going nowhere. And so if they had a big fall off like they did at earnings, they're going to come right back. So I like companies actually that fall off at earnings. This is a perfect opportunity to get in. Like,
so you said the 150 calls?
For Target, be 140s.
140s.
Yeah. Target 140s for March.
$6.30.
That's not bad.
All right, so we got Google, we got Target, so we got two for the week.
That'll be it. Like,
okay.
Yeah, there's other ones that probably I would get into, but those would be the two that look the most promising on the call side. I'm looking at some of the sales side joints. Yeah, that would be what I would be looking at. I'm not, again, don't take my word for it.
Okay. All right. So WWE, another one of my main holdings. Okay. My bad, TKO. Keep forgetting to check. Yep. Oh, that's the same one. All right, Don says my journey in trading is a work in progress. I'm in my teens and I know I got risk management to work on.
Yeah, the risk management is the thing. Like,
currently working on leverage.
Yeah, like,
honestly, I feel like leverage is I don't want to say overplayed, but I think too many people rely on leverage and they want to swing for the fences on everything. Because honestly, the risk management is everything, right? Because you could have a bad trade today, but you still want to be able to trade tomorrow.
It's about profitability. Dang, Facebook is $600. Jesus Christ.
All right, so I'm gonna keep track of these, y'all.
Yep, so, keep track.
We got Google, we got Target. We got the
We can check back on them next week.
Yep. So the Google March, you said the 140s, Corey.
Yep.
And then we got the targets.
No,
I'm sorry, the targets are
Target
140.
is 140. The Google's was a different one.
Shucks.
Google was. Let me go to Google. GOOG. Oops. Oh, that's not what I was trying to do. I was trying to do that here. GOG.
Now, Corey, when would you execute? Would you execute them right now? Would you execute them tomorrow? Would you execute them Tuesday? When would you execute?
I would execute those. Me personally, I'm gonna execute them right away because I'm getting a signal off my my buy. So
Google was the 150s.
Google's was 180s.
You know what? And damn it, I'm looking at the wrong thing too. Sorry, y'all.
Google's was 180s, and the
Googles were the puts.
No, Google's was calls.
Google were the calls. Okay.
Google and Target are calls.
180 calls
For March.
March. All right. 180s.
Yeah, this is like I said. This is off a buy sell chart. Those look like the most promising to get into because once they turn up, they're gonna go crazy.
Chicken says taking notes. I like companies that fall off after earnings. Yep.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily like
big companies that fall off earnings. Big companies that fall off.
I like big companies that fall off in general. I call that dumpster diving because I do believe there's a lot of opportunity there. Not always, but a lot of times. Go ahead, Corey. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's just like if Apple or Microsoft, like if I get a sell signal on Apple, that's really a buy signal for me because I know nobody's going to let Apple fall because too many people got too much money invested in their portfolios to let Apple fall. So anytime I see a sell signal on Apple, I know to actually buy. that's a buy signal. You know what I mean? Because people ain't letting Apple go but so far down.
All right, listen, that's a bar, y'all. Anytime you see a sell signal for Apple, it's a buy.
It is because it's going to go to like Apple had 3 or 4 bad days, and then it had like 10 straight good days. You know what I mean? Like 10, 12 straight good days. Like it went all the way from one. I mean, what is this? What was the low end? It was 226 here, and now it's 245. If you buy Apple, bought Apple 2 weeks ago on the sell signal. If you buy on the sell signal was at 230. And let's say the sell back here, you buy on it right now, you in profit. Like for Apple, I don't know. That's just me. I'm gonna have to start watching Apple more closely and look for my shares.
Yeah, Apple there. Yeah.
Yeah, wait for it to consolidate. Because my thing is, when I see that straight line, you see this straight line, how it's straightened out.
Yep.
That's my trigger because if that's telling me that it fell, all is going to fall and it's consolidating to go back the other way. But I've been looking at this chart forever. You know what I mean? And that's why. So when I go back to the target chart, right? You see how my red line straightened out?
Yep.
So that's for me was like, all right, go get
it's very telling.
It fell. It did all the falling it was going to do. It's consolidating. And then once it break through, it's going to go back to where it was at. It's going to go fill that gap from when it fell. And that's it. That's really, I ain't, again, my charts ain't really all that, complex. But that's it, man. All right. I gotta go, I gotta order my chicken and my drinks for y'all be good, y'all be great.
Hold on, Corey.
Risk management. No, I'm not leaving yet. Risk management is everything. the takeaways from today. If you don't take away nothing from today, doing your homework, being able to do your own homework, because you don't have to. You can get somebody to build you a bot, and it won't even cost you that much. But in the risk management, though, the reason why people build these AI bots, what they do is they put the risk management in the bot. So if it loses 5 to 10%, it'll cut the trade off, and then if it makes 15 or 20%, it'll take the profit and move on to the next trade. And so that's what you want to do. You want to be like the bot. You want to be like, all right, if I lose 10% on this trade, I'm out, or 20% on this trade, I'm out. And then I also want to
be out.
If I make 30% on the trade on the other side, like if I have that's a 30% is a great trade. If I make 30% on the other side, then I'm out of there. You know what I mean? Like I done made my profit and I'm gone. I don't gotta sit around and look. But for me, I don't even look at my trades. Either I make it or I lose it, and I'm done. So y'all be good. What's going on? What you guys, Kamari?
So Jigga asks, so this Sunday playbook is going to be here every week at 10 a.m.
Yeah, I'll be here.
All right. And like I said, Jim will be here next week. I'll be here next week.
Martin, I didn't create this indicator. It's something that's in TradingView. I gotta go look and see because I got the free version. Matter of fact, let me go back on my chart. I think I should be able to.
And that's my man Shelby. So if you look up Keltner bands, I believe you'll be able to find it.
No, this is a different one. This is my entries chart.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what these. So these are what the lines are.
Oh,
average
I see what that is.
Average true range.
That's the cloud.
This isn't a cloud.
Look at the indicators right there, Corey. HEI, that's the cloud.
This is not a cloud.
Let me get the correct name then.
Show indicators legends. Like these are what they are. It doesn't have the name of the
oh, I'm sorry, that's the candle. That's the candlestick joint.
Yeah, these is Heikenaishi candles. But these are the settings. It doesn't tell me which one of these.
Oh, I see. Those are the Keltner channels.
Yeah, it's a Keltner channel on top of average true range joint. Like I took two what's the names and put them together.
So Corey made a custom indicator.
Yeah, I made me a custom indicator for myself, but I don't like. I put it on here so long ago. I could. Let me see. Let me see if I can show it to y'all.
All right. So real quick, while Corey looks for that, I'm going to answer. Where Corey go?
Oh, this is the basis. That's the basis one. That's the. Yeah, this is my entries joint though. So
okay.
And
so we'll also get into how Corey has a custom chart for his entries and his exits, and that's something you all could play off as well.
Yeah, I just don't, I haven't changed the settings in so long and looked at any of the settings in so long that I don't have a clue.
That's all good. Yeah. That means you old school. That's all. You've been doing this for a while. You've been around the block.
A few times.
All right, so listen, every Sunday 10 a.m. So make sure y'all set y'all times and y'all calendars. At some point, everything's going to be behind the wall at blackwealthrebels.com. So make sure you are subscribed already. All right, so Dom says, can you please share with me about financial literacy? because my family is old school and they don't like having cards. I actually appreciate them not wanting to have cards. Cards can be great, but they can also be dangerous. It's like anything else. But Wednesdays and Fridays, we definitely talk about wealth, a lot of financial literacy. So tune in to the Black Wealth Rebels channel on YouTube on Wednesdays and Fridays, and we got you down. We got you. And there's also, again, get behind the paywall or join our Patreon community because there's stuff back there as well. All right. So a couple more before we get out of here. Yes. Serious about them wings. And listen, if anybody also has any questions, right, email us at blackwealthrebels@gmail.com. All right, if you got a topic or something you want me, Jimmy, or Corey to cover, just send us the email. We'll try to work in our schedule. Listen, we're busy. We all got kids and families and just stuff. So be patient with us, but send us an email. We'll try to get to you. All right. I appreciate you as well, Jacob. So Jiggy says, I appreciate the both of you, Corey and Kamari, for the sessions and lessons. I see greatness in you. Saying well, brother. Saying well. All right. Don says he'll be there. All right. And again, we'll be back on Wednesday, 8 o'clock. Wealthy Wednesday, 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. So y'all stay tuned. Y'all get ready. Again, any questions, any comments, any thoughts, make sure y'all email us at blackwealthrebels@gmail.com. But go subscribe, y'all, at blackwealthrebels.com. Go subscribe. And we'll see y'all later this week. Have a great week.